catch a fish if you're lining in the water. Can't catch a fish if you're lining in the water. Well, if your rod don't jig, you ain't got a chance. Make that old Mickey fin dance. Can't catch a fish if you're lining in the water.
On the hook here again today. I'm up at Woodland Waters today. I'm on Specimen Lake going carp fishing. I've got two rods out, one on boilies, on some tuna boilies, and I've got one on some maize. I'm going to spot a bit of bait out of the top of that later on, get an hour or so. I'm just making some PVA bags up ready for that session. Got a couple of days down here. I'm not doing any night fishing, just some day, just a couple 3-day sessions. Hopefully I'll get some out. I've been talking to a few local lads down here. They says it's hard fishing, so it says you don't get many out, but when you get them, they're worth it. The record's £33 in here, caught by a 14-year-old. So hopefully we should be able to get hold of some decent fish out of here. There's also some smaller lakes with some fishing at about 10, 11, 12 pound. But I decided to come on here. Got a nice peg on here today. Quite big. Got a couple of boilers out. A bit there, I just had a bite there. That were on maize. So hopefully we'll get some off that. Hopefully it'll pick it up and keep it. Get up. So shouldn't be a bad day. Weather's staying nice. Sun's started to come out. Looks like a decent day. My brother's down here with me as well. He's just getting set up now. He's on maize on one rod as well, and he's setting some luncheon meat up on another rod. I've had a couple of bites so far, not much. Been down about half an hour, so not much action going on yet, but hopefully we should get some. And I might be trying a few different pegs out over the next few days. Try different areas of the lake, but wind's coming nicely into this bay at the moment, so hopefully we should get some out of here. The guys up the other end of the lake haven't had much, but they're on the back of the wind and it's pretty cold up where they are, but it's quite warm down here, and hopefully the carp will follow the wind down here, and hopefully we'll get hold of quite a few of them. So nobody's had much out, just a couple of bream and that. Not many carp. I had a walk round late last night when I got here. Not a lot of action going on, so seems to be slow. Get a spod mix made up. I'll show you what I put in that, and I've got my rods out, so when I bring one in later, if I get a fish, I'll show you what rig I'm using. And yeah, stay with us, see if I get out else. Right, I'm just going to make my spod mix up now. I'm just going to show you what I'm putting in. So I'm going to start off with some hemp seed. I'm going to get quite a bit of that in because that's the base of the mix. 4 bags full of that going in. You can buy it pre-prepared from most of your tackle shops, or you can boil it yourself. And I prefer to boil it myself. But today I've just got them from tackle shop. So there's quite a bit of hemp in there. That's base of my mix. Then what I'm going to do is put a little bit of meat in. Just helps stick all that together, keep all the juices in. Some tuna. It's very cheap, 20-30 pence from the local tackle shop. You can put that in. Put 1 or 2 tins of that in. I'm just going to put one in. Get that in. Bit of ground bait, or you can use some pellets if you want. Just soaks all the juices up and keeps it in your spod while you're spodding it out. So I'll put a couple of bags of that in. Then I just get a bag with some broken up dog biscuits, just for fish to come in and feed on. You don't want to put too much of that in, plus it helps soak up some of the juices. When you're firing your spod out, it keeps everything inside your spod until you hit your spot, because you don't want to be getting bait all over it, like, especially when you're paying quite a bit of money to put it in. And then just a couple of handfuls of maize out. That's been soaked soaked in some flavouring over the last couple of days as well, just get a bit of extra edge. You don't want too much inks, you don't want too much yeller in your swim, especially when you're adding in a bit of sweet corn as well. Just, it's a bit extra for them to feed on. If you buy them in frozen bags, you get a lot more for your money. It's about £1 for a big frozen bag, so get a bit of that in. You can't overdo sweet corn, so don't put too much in, because if you get wary fish in your swim, they're not gonna come in, they're gonna spook away because they do too much bright bait in your swim. And then just get some boilers. Just get a boiler crusher, throw a couple of them in, don't need to crush it up too much, put it in, a few spins, like that, so it's not fully broken down. And just put it in. Right, I also put a bit of salt in. This helps preserve it, so if you want to keep your bait for another session, like maybe a week or two, it'll probably last 3 or 4 weeks. So just put a bit of that in. Plus, fish love salt. You might not think it, but they love salt. You can put quite a bit of that in. It makes you swim nice and bright, but it helps soak everything up. And then a bit of rice pudding. Helps all flavourings. All flavourings come up into the water. Any fish that are high up in water, they're looking around for food, trying to find food, and it brings them down to the bottom to find all the food. And then just bits of rice that's in it, just helps the fish to feed. So that's pretty much my basic spod mix that I use. I use it a lot. It's up to you. Depends. It's up to you what you put in, how much you put in. But just experiment with different baits, different flavours, and find out what's best for you. This is what your spod mix might look like. Nice, lot of particles. Nice, some sweet corn, some maisin, boilies, salts, tunas. Smells really nice. Get a nice carpet of that out, and fish will come in nicely, start feeding on it. So yeah, if you wanted to know roughly what you're aiming for, that's the look that you're going for. Maybe you just want a bit more hemp seeding. Could just do a bit more hemp seeding, but that's how I like it. A bit more extra particles, a bit extra sweet corn, a bit brighter. Water's pretty clear here, so they'll be able to see it from a distance away. So yeah, that's what you want. That's one of my tips. Every angler should have some of these in the box. Some polarised glasses. Helps you to see, takes the glare off the water. I prefer the amber lenses, they're pretty good. Helps get everything. You just can see, like if it's a bit wavy like today, and there's some fish up in the surface, you can see them easier. So I think every angler should have a pair of these to hand. And before you start fishing, put a pair of these on, walk around the lake, and you'll be able to see fish a lot easier in the edges, near the surface, and you'll be able to see where the fish are feeding the best. So just have a pair of these in your box. Right, this is the rig I'm using today. Yeah, I've got 2 pieces of maize on, topped off with a bit of plastic orange corn. I use that bit of orange corn just so fish can't pick out one particular bait in the swim that's getting them hooked. So there's a couple of different types of bait, and I might change maize over to corn later. I've got a small size 8 hook there, just a normal hook, not curved or anything. That's on £15 braid. It's just a knotless knot. I've got a little shot just to pin everything down in the water, and as soon as the fish pulls that up, that little shot's there just to initially help to hook it. And I've got another shot just a bit further up, and that's again just to pin it down and help hook. A bit of shrink tubing onto a swivel, and then I've got a nice 3.5 ounce weight. It helps me get out, and the rig's maybe a 6-7 inch long, just so as soon as that fish picks it up, bang, they're onto that weight straight away. and I've got a running swivel just for safety. If that line snaps, I want this line just to be able to just run up and down the line and enable that fish to keep swimming and not get tangled up into anything. So yeah, that's my rig. I'm going to get it out and see if I can get out from it. Right, this is my other rig with my boilie on. I've just got a little 10mm high-tech pop-up on, nice little pink on. I've gone with the pink, so it's pretty similar to my bottom bait colour, ready pink. My bottom bait's a peach and mango. I've just chopped them both just so they sit flat on each other. I've not got much movement in between there, because just as the bait sits, as soon as that gets sucked in, it's going to rip the carp straight away as soon as it goes to spit it out. I've got a bit of shrink tubing and a rig ring, that's just to help bait move when it gets in and twist round and hook into that fish. I've got a little, I think it's about a size 6, size 8 shot on. That's just to tie it down to the bottom. And then all I do with that, I get a PVA bag, I hook it on, and then I pull it down, pull it through, keep pulling, shot just goes straight through it, and then you just hook it in, just hook straight in. That stops the hook when it's in the water from getting any snags as it's going down, plus it leaves a little pile of bait next to my rig just to keep everything nice and neat. Then all I've got then is I'm clipping that on, then I've got a running weight similar to my other rod, but apart from this one I've got 2.5 ounce on. If that line snaps, that way it just slides down to the point where it's snapped and just falls off and fish is free to run with bait. Right, so that's my rig. I'm going to get it clipped up and cast it out. Right, my brother's just going to run through his rig.
I've got a size 16 hook on, with an halibut pellet on, with a PVA bag onto a running swivel.
And we've set them up so they're running, so if fish snaps off, then that weight can just run straight down the line and fish will get away. Right, we've been fishing for quite a few hours now, we still haven't had much. We had a couple of knocks, but that's about it. We've changed his tactics for fishing together, see if we can, all fishing on different baits, each rod's on a different bait, trying to get some. We've got one on boilie, one on maize, one on pellet and one on maggot, trying to get all the summit. Yeah, it's not working right good, we haven't had much, but there's only been 2 fish out in the last 24 hours. We're now talking to bailiff this morning, so there's not been much out, so not much that we can do about that. So wind's still blowing in, it's not right warm, it's gone a bit cold, so just put a bit of bait out, see if we can get fishing. If not, we'll move to a different swim and see if we can get something there. Right, when you're setting your line, instead of reeling, just click your bait runner on, sink, put the tip of your float right in the water, let some line off, just let it go, keep letting it sink. Let it sink, sit it on your bite line, just let some weight, let some line out, put your bite indicator on, let everything tighten up, and that'll keep lifting. As your line's sinking, that'll lift up, and as soon as no more slack comes, just get it as tight or as slack as you want. And I'm fishing slack lines today, so I don't want it too tight, I just leave it like that, and then fish is ready to take it then. Nice slack line so my line's not running straight through my swim, So that's just a quick tip on how to sink your lines. Right, this is a boiler thrower. All you do is just sort of boiler, or you can put 2, 3, 4, depending on how far out you want to cast. All you do is just grab it, put your foot on the back, hands forward, lean back, and throw your weight forward just like you would in a normal cast. Keep doing the same, put a few more boilers in, hand forward, flick back. You get them out, you can get them out 110, 120 yards, a little bit further. If your boiler splits, just wet the end of your boiler thrower. They might not go just as far straight away, but it stops your boilers from splitting, and you just keep getting them out, flicking them out. You'll get them quite a distance if you wanted to fish at 100, 110 yards. But I'm fishing maybe 30, 40 yards at most today, so yeah, that's a boiler thrower. Right, well, it's starting to rain a little bit now. It's not too bad, just a little bit, but wind's picked up as well. Wind's blowing right into this bay now. So hopefully we'll have something. Hopefully it'll bring fish across a bit. Keep them down low in water and we'll have something decent out. So keep watching, see if we can get out. Right, it's pretty much pitch black now. We've just had a change of swim. We're going to have a couple of hours. You can't see much on this camera now. So if we get a fish, we'll just take pictures of it on camera with flash on, so you can see it. But that's about it from now. My brother's packing his tackle up. He's going back to the caravan. But I'm going to have another 2 or 3 hours in the dark for a bit. See if I can get hold of else, because apparently fish feed well when it gets dark here. So hopefully we'll get hold of something. But obviously we won't be filming. We'll just be taking pictures. So unless we get any pictures, you'll see us tomorrow morning and day 2. Trying to get a fish. Right, so stay with us, see if we can get out. Right, we didn't get anything last night. It's day 2 now. We're in a different peg today. I've got one rod and pop-up on a 10mm high-tech pop-up. That's a yellow one, just in the edges. And I've got another one on a tuna boiler. And I put some PVA out with some crushed up tuna boiler in as well. I've not put too much of that top. Slopers have been telling me not to put a lot of bait in here. So, best off taking their advice, they fish here week in, week out. So, hopefully we'll get some today. And there's been a few showing up top, so we might get zigrig or something on later if they're still on top. Try and get them off, just waiting for it to warm up. So, stay with us, see if we get out. Right, this is the rig I'm using today. So I've got a PVA bag on with some peach and mango boilers crushed up, and a peach and mango boiler, 15mm, and it's got some strawberry dip on it. And I've got the same rig set up as yesterday, sliding weight, swivel, and then some £15 main line, £15 braided hookling. So I'm going to get that casted out and see if I can get some. Just changed swims, just got myself a few pound carp here. Gone on to a different lake, so a bit better result, so I'll get that back, hopefully we'll get another. This is my rig I'm using on the match lake. I've got a little 10mm orange yellow pop-up, it's got a few bites on. On a little size 10 hook. I've got it so a little BB shot just to let it sit just above my bait. PVA bag just to bring the fish in. Then that's just on a £6 line. Got a little link swivel just to attach my rig onto so I can take it off and have my PVA bags on. Got another link swivel that's running, so my weight's on it, so if I get snapped off, that weight can run straight down the line and fish can be free and swim away without any injury. So that's my rig, so get it cast back out and get some more. It was a bit bigger than last. I've just landed this £7 4-ounce mirror carp. What? Nice carp on. Nice screaming run. Lines to start the next ones. Don't look a bad fish, but see what it is when he gets it in. Get camera down here. Right, we'll get it. Right, I'm up at the match lake again today, fishing 2 rods. Both are on pop-ups at the moment, so when we come down yesterday, I'll get them all on pop-ups, and some high glow pop-ups, so that's what I'm on, some yellow ones. One tied to a bush, and the other one started at middle of the lake. And we're getting them all out in middle of the lake yesterday, I only had one running side of the bush, but I've seen some in there this morning, so thought I'd get rod out there. And my brother's coming down a bit later on again, to fish with me. He says he might be going up pole again because he got a carp yesterday just underneath bushes. So he got a decent 8-pounder as well. My dad came down for half an hour yesterday. He got an 8-pounder, pretty decent one, very good run. They all seem to be shooting off when they're running straight out into the middle of the lake. So when you're fishing in snags up against bushes, it's a lot better if they're running out into the middle of the lake. But looks like it should be a good day. Looks like it's going to start raining a bit. It's just starting now. But weather forecast said it was supposed to rain today, so just got to deal with it and hopefully we'll bag ourselves a few carp. So stay with us if we can get some. Just landed this nice little common carp, so I'm going to get back in and hopefully get something else. Right. Just landed this nice little fish here, just about 3 or 4 pound, nice little mirror carp. Put up a decent fight, just on a yellow pop-up, so I'll get it back and get another one. Right, I've just landed this nice carp. You can see it's pretty nice, pretty chunky, feels decent, must be about 8 poundish. I'll get it weighed in just to check, see what it is, and get it back in and get rod back out, hopefully get a couple more before it gets dark. Got about an hour and a half left, 2 hours, so see what we can get in that time. Right, I just got that carp back, and it weighed £9 2-ounce, so it's the biggest one I've had so far, biggest one I've had so far. And no one else seems to be getting much on lake, but I had one for the last 2 hours-ish, but that one wasn't a bad one, so I've just put rod back out, hopefully we'll get something else. Keep watching, see.